So today we're going to talk about the other side of NoFap. What's coming after you reach your 90 days? After you master NoFap, what are the benefits that you're really going to last you years, decades after you manage to leave porn behind completely? What can you expect? Because everybody talks about the superpowers in the first 30 days, first 90 days, and that's all cool, but the real transformation doesn't really begin until day 90. Once you master NoFap, you will be able to start changing your life, because NoFap will give you the tools, it will give you the clarity, it will give you the motivation that you need to start changing your life. It will not change your life by itself. You will still have to do the action, but it will help you by pushing you forward. And this is actually the right way to do this, because this is, it's very sad, but it is actually the natural way that is used to happen when people weren't hooked on porn. Well, anyways, what can you expect after day 90? In between day 90 and day 150, you will be starting, you will be just kind of experimenting, trying to take action towards whatever you're lacking in life, whatever you feel like is the biggest problem. So for example, for me, it was definitely social skills. And so how this looks like is you will have this massive social reunion, massive social renaissance. That's the word I was looking for. You have this amazing couple of years where you will be extremely social. You will be learning to talk to girls. You will be learning to talk to guys. Perhaps you have some old friends you will be catching up with. And that is absolutely amazing. I think that's, for most people, that's what they are most looking forward to. And they don't even know what comes after, which is even more amazing. And that's the stage I am at, that stage now. But, 2 or 3 years even, you will be just extremely social. You will be extremely outgoing. You will probably get a girlfriend. And you will keep doing the self-improvement, but first you will have to learn to talk to other people. So I reckon, here's what I've done and here's what happened to me. Doing social skills courses, learning to flirt with people, and saying yes to absolutely every single social event. That was my first 2 years of NoFap. And again, guys, if you relapse if you slip up within this time frame, it's not like everything is over. If you relapse, that's very dangerous. By relapsing, I mean you continuously watch porn. It's not like you watch porn 2 or 3 times and then you restart your streak. I call that a slip up. A relapse is like you're gone. You're blacked out, completely KO. Probably for a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 months. If you're watching porn continuously for a month, that's a full-blown relapse. If you watch porn for a couple of weeks, yeah, that's probably a relapse as well. If you watch porn for, let's say, 2 or 3 days, that's a slip up. Yeah, that's the difference. It's very different, because I know NoFap says, you need to be completely clean, but the brain, the way that the brain is set up, it's like you're not gonna lose 90 days of progress in 2 days. You will lose about 30 or 45 days of progress in 2 days, not 90, especially at the start. And the more veteran or the more experienced you become at handling a slip up, the easier it will be for you to get back on track. But just to clarify this even more, if you slip up more than 1 time within 90 days, that's fucked. You're fucked. You're back to day 0 easily. Like, even I like to restart the counter, even if I slip up just once. But in my mind, I know it's not the same as starting from 0. And you should too. Like, if you are a relapse, you will feel this. It's not the same. If you slipped up, you will feel that it's not the same as like relapsing and I'm watching porn for months or weeks and then restarting the streak. And so after the day 90, after your own NoFap for a couple of months, you will start to be a lot more social. And I consider myself a little bit of an introvert, not too much, but I definitely can't do multiple days of socializing. It's unless I drink way too much alcohol on the second day, it doesn't really work for me. So on the first day I'm extroverted, second day I'm introverted. It's weird. Even if you're very introverted, you will become a lot less introverted. You will be a lot more outgoing because you're seeking sex. That's the bottom line. That's the truth. Your brain is like, I used to have sex with all these people on the screen. Where's my sex? I want my sex, and it will make you a better person because it wants sex. This is how the world moves forward. People want to have the pleasure of mating, and therefore they make kids, they make a better society, they build houses, they become better so they can have the better person, and so it can be even more amazing. When you're watching porn, your brain has everything, so it doesn't try to have kids. It will not have kids, probably. As far as I know, you have erectile dysfunction. Your dick doesn't stand up at all if you're watching way too much porn, and you will not be building stuff that you're proud of. It's very, very difficult. Even if you're able to get away with doing some stuff that you're kind of proud of, that's even more dangerous, because that means you have a lot more potential and you're not unlocking, you're not letting yourself go and allowing yourself to actually become an amazing, an amazing worker, an amazing entrepreneur, whatever your business is, because you have even more potential than everybody else. So you have even more shit bottled up because of porn. Porn is holding you back even more than other people. I remember I tried to do some Counter-Strike coaching, esports coaching, but on a bigger scale, because I have been a coach for about 5 years, and I've been doing a lot of Counter-Strike, performance and mentality coaching as well, and coaching teams, doesn't matter. So I tried to make websites and stuff, and it would never work because I couldn't stick around for long enough. And that's the exact sign that you need to stop watching porn. That is specifically the thing that will happen to you when you're hooked to porn, when you're hooked to social media as well, because that gives you dopamine also, because it will not let you get your shit done. It will take away the motivation. And it's because of the dopamine, and it's because of, especially with porn, it's because of the orgasm. Your brain thinks that it's watching, your brain thinks it's having sex with the screen. So why would you need to go out there and prove yourself to be a man and to have a wife and then have kids? It doesn't matter for your brain. It can just watch porn, super easy. Oh, never mind that you're a loser. Meanwhile, all this is happening, you're not improving at all. Fuck that. Just watch the screen, just keep watching it. Yeah, it's fucking really, really disgusting. And it is actually really distasteful that nobody has been talking about this until the last 2 years. It's absolutely amazing that this is finally happening. I wish it would have happened. I wish NoFap would have been bigger back in 2015, 2014. Anyway, so as you're no longer distracted by porn, your distractions, they don't go away. They just level up. Your distractions on, day 1, day 2, you're distracted by thoughts of porn. Your distractions on day 100, it's you're distracted by YouTube, you're distracted by social media stuff. And that could turn into a side addiction, which happened to me. It's be very careful of this, not to overindulge in YouTube, not to overindulge in Instagram. If you're watching this video, I'm a pretty small channel. Chances are you might have a problem with YouTube. And I recommend actually just disabling your YouTube history, disabling the YouTube shorts, deleting Instagram. It can really push you to the next level, but make sure to always have some type of an outlet. Again, this is a very, very secret, dirty trick that I use. Make sure you have an outlet that is controlled. So for example, for the first 3 years, I used to have Facebook feed on this phone, but I had a timer of 45 minutes and then later on 35 minutes, because I needed an outlet. So wherever I had such an awful emotion bottled up, I could just scroll Facebook deliberately to regulate my emotions. And this helps because, again, it's not quitting cold turkey. Quitting cold turkey and never touching anything social, distracting, again, it will lead you to relapse. You do understand that, right? But when you are controlling the fall, then you're controlling the way that you quit social media and stuff like this, that will lead you to success. So again, for the first couple of years, I had a way to browse. I had a way to leave out my stress, like de-stress by using the methods I knew as well. And I had, every day about half an hour to 45 minutes on Facebook, which is a really, really bad app when it comes to like optimizing for you. It does like really shit job. When it's like Instagram, it's very easy to get such good content tailored to you then that you like want to stay, and then you disable the timer, and that's fucked. Again, a very dirty trick, but it does work. And make sure that it's less and less every time. And I found that around 35 minutes is the amount that I need at a minimum if I am to use this. But after using the 35 minutes for a while, I deleted everything for a month, and then again I reinstalled it because of my business, but I'm no longer using these apps, so at that point it doesn't really matter. But just in case, I reinstalled like a 35-minute app timer. Right, so that's like year one. You will be distracted by YouTube, you will be distracted like by other social media, but then after that you will be just distracted easily by whatever you want. You're reaching towards your goal, you might still be easily distracted. Now, if you are doing the habits that I'm talking about basically in every single video, meditation, exercise, journaling, this timeline will be 10x, 10 times faster for you. So like in the first couple of months, you will be distracted by social media. In the next couple of months, you will be distracted just easily by whatever. For example, you write into Google how to set up Zapier, for example, like a business automation thing, doesn't matter. And you will be distracted. Even maybe watching this video is like, what is Zapier? Maybe I should Google it. Maybe it's like very good. It's like that. That's what happens when your mind is used to easy and constant dopamine. It's like it craves something, it's looking for something, but you're not allowing it to channel its energy back to porn, but it's still looking for that thing. And so this is like pretty easy to hold the line. Is basically there are some times where you will have to be very assertive with yourself. For example, your brain might manipulate you into going onto Reddit or going onto some forums where there are ways to explore something regarding porn that is not necessarily directly associated to porn. And it's very, very easy to notice this. What you have to do then is completely abandon that. It's like almost treat it as porn. Obviously, if you end up going down the rabbit hole, it's not porn, but completely abandon whatever the thought is, because it will just lead you to a research that goes towards porn. I've done this way too many times, and trust me, it's not worth it. Just leave that thought, leave that article, just close the browser tab, and maybe even delete it from the history, because a couple of days later you will be like browsing your history. Oh my god, I remember those days as well. You would be browsing your history like, I wonder if there is anything related to like women on here, and fake checking myself if I am doing a good job, but in reality I'm looking for something that was related to women to further explore. So yeah, these are some pitfalls that you can run into after about day 100 still, because your brain is healing. Like, you can't speed up the process. It takes about 1 to 2 years for your brain to rewire itself after quitting porn. No matter how good you will feel after 90 days, you will not be ready to, you will not be a completely changed person, but you will be a person ready to completely change itself in the next 1 to 2 years, right? So after this 1 to 2 year period, or even within, like towards the end of this 1 to 2 year period, you will be distracted by side missions. This is what I talked about earlier, is the woman in the red dress. It's a better offer. It's a thing that makes logical sense. Like, For example, getting a new phone with a new operating system. These will be the distractions that you will have, like getting a new offer for a job that you don't want, which is like like a lot more money than they were supposed to give you. That's the type of distractions that you will get after 1 to 2 years. Isn't that amazing? That is such an amazing thing. And after that, and this is where I am now, it's like at this point, I am distracted by low return on investment activities, which is basically, I'm doing a challenge right now, which is a discipline challenge. And it requires me to do 2 workouts. So I am distracted by working out. And it's like, I can't stop because I said I would do it and I have to prove it to myself, of course. But it's still a distraction. So I went from being distracted by porn, being distracted by thoughts of porn, all the way to the current distraction for me is like doing an extra workout per day. So that's like 2 workouts every single day. That's who I became. So that's how you will be changing as well. Obviously in your own way, but very similar to this, because you will have the more energy and it just compounds, the focus, the clarity, it compounds with the skills that you will learn. You will be able to use that focus, use that motivation, use that clarity even more. And therefore you will achieve more and more and more every single year that you're able to stay clear of porn. Yeah, and sleeping once or twice a year hasn't really affected me. That's my average, once or twice a year in the past 5 years. And I think that is such an easy to do amount, like watching porn once or twice a year. It's like I only had to watch porn back in the day when I wasn't really aware of how to do the habits, how to do meditation better, how to actually do the exercise. I was just doing like high intensity training every day. I was kind of brain dead from an exercise standpoint. But over the years I managed to develop this like 3 habits: journaling, meditation, exercise, and then I was able to like completely stop. But before that, yeah, there were problems. When it was very, very stressful, yeah, sure, I did have urges. Now, even when it's extremely stressful, I basically don't even have urges because of meditation and because of journaling. And when I'm idle, I just go and do a good exercise before that. If I know that I'm gonna be idle for a while, I talk to people, I have the social skills ready, I'm able to go out. I've had multiple girlfriends, I've had multiple like small flings as well. Yeah, guys, this is the other side of NoFap. This is how you will be as well, going after your own purpose and working hard to become the man that you want to be. And at this point, this is like pure self-improvement. This has nothing to do with NoFap. After like 4 or 5 years, you will be not even thinking about NoFap.